product, Ecamm Live. And I wanted to give you an example of the kind of simple things you can do. In a sanctuary, you would have 2 or 3 cameras that you could be able to pull from. I'm going to use some other sources to be able to show you some of the things you can bring up on the screen. And hopefully I have a pretty decent audio recording and a 1080p signal here now. So let me just give you a sense of, here is the, you can see at the top of the screen here the different pieces of the the Ecamm Live software, the different headings of content, but you can edit, you can drop scenes, you can bring in different sources and different cameras, you can bring in different mics. So if you're directly connected to your audio board, you would be able to bring up a particular mic, say over the choir. The overlays, this is an overlay where I'm bringing up the screen. I can bring up a recording, show a particular recording or a video, and so forth. So I'm going to go to a different overlay. This is another overlay of just an image, but it shows you that I can bring up another camera very easily. And it does do a pretty good job with the content. So I'm going to take that overlay off now. And now you'll see me again. And there is some various text that you can drop here as well. I'm going to see where that is. Oh, there it is. Right in front of me and not catching it very fast. So if I wanted to bring up a quick item to piece to say, I could choose and immediately type it. If you already, the idea is that you put these in beforehand. And so I'm just typing, "Isn't this great?" But you can bring up type and different kinds of graphics and move them around. This is the most simple kind of graphic that we can do. Then it comes out of the box. All these different tools come right out of the box. So I wanted to at least give you a sense that this is a pretty sophisticated piece of software. A lot of churches are using it. There are different, you can show and hide sound levels. You can add camera effects. There are different kinds of camera effects. We probably won't use that as much, but there are some things you can do to zoom and pan in the picture. Let's see if I can do that here. Okay, so again, this is my first time using this, so there we go. So I can bring myself in, I can get closer, and you can add a green screen and put something else over you. Here I am back to my regular vantage point, but again, this is the very first time I've touched this product, and it would be the kind of thing that could sit with someone, this say with the Mac Mini, which is a very small computer that cost $700 for the product that the congregation TAPC can use, and you'd have to have some accoutrements with that. So I'm going to show a couple of different examples of the kinds of different tools, but typically rolling out something like this that could go anywhere in Trinity Avenue for any kind of capture, like Reality Ministries dinners, that kind of thing, is very cost effective. So for maybe as low as $1,500 altogether if you are really going to penny pinch, and then about $2,100 if you wanted to get two cameras running at a time, or maybe a little more if you want to have 3 that are running. But my guess is if we're starting off as seeing this as an solution, that we could just have one camera for the first several weeks, and as we are looking at talking to integrators and looking at the different kinds of opportunities that are there. But this is a very low-cost way that we could get into streaming immediately, and possibly use the Mac Mini as a central to whatever solution we put forward. It does a very nice job because it can hit 4 different services at once. Facebook Live and YouTube are the 2 that I think that we might be most interested in using. There are different kinds of levels of security access to those things. So because of our group, Trinity Avenue group, but we would make it available so that anybody in the group could access it, or we could make it publicly available. So I'm giving you the bare minimum of just getting this out of the box and throwing it up here and fiddling with it, but it has a lot of power and a lot of capacity, so that we have something that's substantial in the very first several weeks, that people could depend on a decent quality recording. Okay, well that's the end of this short presentation.